Welcome to a cozy, snowy day vlog. I plan to take you along with me as I do some reading and some other bookish things, so I invite you to come along and I hope you enjoy. It was snowing so beautifully out, and so I just had to show you guys from my vantage point where I was sitting doing my reading for the morning, and just enjoying it, seeing the beauty of snow and God's creation. I absolutely love, so I wanted to share that with you. Doing a little reading of one of my picks for the month for February of Heaven by Randy Alcorn, and I cannot tell you guys how much I am enjoying this book. And so just kind of showing you where I was at there, but there's so much more to come on this. So this is beautiful air-dried hair after my shower yesterday. I'm gonna go get in the shower in a minute and I'll do my hair, but I just wanted to go ahead and kind of tell you what I have been doing this morning. It is a snowy day. My husband, everyone's home because, well, my son's not working until later today, but my husband works at a school and they had a snow day today, and so he just stayed home and is doing some work from home. And so not my typical weekday when usually people are gone, but I showed you kind of the snow, and it's absolutely beautiful out. And but basically I always start my day with coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. You'll see me drink more later today. I always start my day with reading my Bible, and right now I'm doing the Bible in 90 days, but I'm not quite doing it like that, but that's kind of the format I'm following. So from the beginning to the end, like reading through the entire Bible. Again, I've done it once before. And then after I do that, one of my books for February for my TBR is Heaven by Randy Alcorn. You guys, this book is so good. My husband was in here sitting at the kitchen table, and I was like kept reading things to him. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll stop reading things to you. He goes, I think I need to read that book when you're done with it. And so, I mean, it's seriously so good. I just finished chapter 7, and it's just so amazing. So I look forward to, when I finish it, really giving you guys, you know, my thoughts on it. And I might just do a video just on this book, honestly, because there's just so much. And like I said, I'm only, you know, finished with chapter 7. So absolutely awesome. And so that is kind of what I've been doing in the mornings, is after I do my Bible reading, I read like a chapter of this. And then, yeah, so now I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go take a shower, throw a little makeup on, and do something with my hair. And then I am going to sit and read for a while. Right now I'm reading Greg Iles' The Footprints of God, and so I'm not very far into it. But so I hope to get a big chunk of this done today throughout the day. And then I am going to show you a couple other things. I got a bookshelf that I'm going to put together and put in my room, so I thought we could kind of do that together. And later I'll make like a yummy drink with our espresso machine, so I'll kind of show you that. Just kind of whatever the day brings, but hopefully you will find this to be a nice little cozy reading vlog, and it's my first one, so you can give me constructive feedback about how I did it, because I've never done one before and I'm all about constructive criticism. So, all right, heading to take a much looked forward to shower. There's nothing better than a hot shower on a cold, snowy day. On my way to take a shower, I remembered I was due to water my plants. I do this once a month with these. I kill every plant that you could ever possibly put in my reach, except for succulents and cacti. I can keep those alive, but that is it. And I have had all of these for a very long time. The one that I'll show you last, actually my son got me for in the summer this past year, and this one right here. And I've managed to keep it alive too. I do not know what to do with things, so please tell me if you're like looking at this and cringing, like that is not how you should be doing that. Please help me. So far, like I said, I've kept it alive since summer, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm taking care of these things properly, because they are absolutely beautiful. And there's my cacti in the one pot there. Otherwise, the rest are all like succulents and aloe. So yeah, that's my plant collection. Every year when it's snowy, I like to go out at least once, but usually multiple times, and put my bare feet in the snow. It's just something I absolutely love. I am a snow girl through and through. I thought it might be kind of fun to just add in me throwing on a little makeup for the day, and yeah, just part of my day. So why not share it? Channel, but seriously, people who read books wear makeup too. And this Milani highly rated mascara is so good. I've had it for a very long time, probably almost a year at this point, and really like it. Not the same one, but I've used this. And yeah, it just does amazing things for your lashes. I'm being super lazy. I'm just staying home today. So I did not draw my eyebrows in. I usually tight line with like liner up in my upper lashes and stuff. Not doing it. So this is what we're doing. And then I think I'm just going to pull my hair back kind of, because I don't feel like curling it, just to stay at home. Okay. Then it was was time to dive into that book that I had started reading because I wasn't very far. Wasn't sure how I was feeling about it yet because I hadn't read enough to really form an opinion. But I will say there were a couple of things. There were snowmobiles going by. That's why I was looking out the window. I love that about living in the country and people out on their snowmobiles. It's one of my favorite things. Anyway, I did have a couple things I was kind of like, I'm not so sure about this when I first started reading it, but then they kind of started meshing better and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's fine. So that's all I'll say for now. So I bought myself a little bookshelf that I'm gonna put together and put up in here in our room. That's my bed right there. This table is actually one of our end tables from our living room, but when we put our Christmas tree up every year, we have to put this in here because there's not room for this with the tree in there. So my husband has kind of, covered it in his stuff. And so I'm gonna have him go through that and figure out where things need to go so we can get this out of here. And then I just have had this little tree I bring in our room in the winter. And, well, yeah, all winter, but I bring it in for, okay, I decorate like the end of October, put up our tree and stuff like beginning of November. So this stuff has been up here. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this out. So I've got the box here to break it down and take it out. And I'm going to vacuum and stuff all over here so that I have space to do my bookshelf. So that's what I'm going to do. I thought I'd take you along with me in doing that. So here we go. Pieces out here. I've got my user manual, but I also know that they sent me an email with instructions because I saw on the reviews on Amazon that this was kind of difficult to put together with the instructions that were in the manual. So since I film on my phone, I'm gonna have to take my phone so I can look at those instructions. So you will see when I get this all put together here. I don't think you want to watch me do it anyway, but yeah, and then we'll see how this turns out. And then of course, if it's something that you like, I'll have it linked down below. I don't have like an Amazon storefront or anything. I'll just put the link to this bookshelf if it's something you're interested in. But let's see what happens. I'll let you know how long it takes me. So it's 1:48 right now. We'll see how long well, 1:49. We'll go with 1:49. We'll see how long this takes. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I am almost done with this. And aside from how long it takes to use this Allen wrench and screw all of the screws in, I don't think that these directions are hard to follow. When I looked on my phone for my email, it told you to scan this QR code right here. And when I did, it was like, oh, it could be dangerous, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, let me just see first before I do something like that. Which it shouldn't be because it's from the company, but whatever. But let me just go ahead and see if I can follow the instruction manual. And I don't think it's hard. I think the people who have a hard time with that are people who don't like to follow directions, that are like, I can figure this out, I don't need to look at that. Because you need to make sure you have like the holes facing the right way. But once you see that, it's easy. And then, like I said, it just takes time to do this. And I'm not like some great whatever, but I am like, I'm an instructions and rules follower. That's kind of, I've always been that way. And so, to me, I'm never going to put something together, even if it seems easy, without following the directions. It's just the way I am. So I guess maybe that is why this didn't seem hard. But like for other people, I bet it was just that they were like, I got this. This isn't hard to figure out. And so they just did it without looking really. And then I had to take stuff apart because that would be super frustrating. But otherwise, I don't think this has been bad. So what do I know? And there she is. Took me 2:54. So a little over an hour to finish doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and dust it all off really good and stuff. And then we'll start looking at putting books on here. So I'm going to pick books that I think will look prettiest because that's kind of my goal for right now. That's what I'm going for. So let's do that. Okay, so my husband's charger fits perfectly over here. So I was hoping that would be the case. So that's awesome. I just put my little TBR jar there. And this is a little bin that my husband just throws his stuff in. So that fits perfectly under there too. So that's awesome. And let's start filling my shelves. So I want to look for, you know, books that have like fun covers because that's what I want to show right now since my collection's really small. I do have, I don't know if I mentioned this in another video or not, but in my basement I have like a big tote filled with books that's been down there since we moved from our last house, which has been I think almost 14 years. And so it's just that at my other house I had like a bookshelf. It wasn't huge, but I had a place to store my books. So we moved to a smaller house but with a basement, and so now I don't have space like in the main areas of my house really to have a bookshelf, and so I'm just gonna have to make do with this for now. And I was talking to someone in the comments on a different video here that I would love to, or eventually I will have a room that's going to be like my closet room, my library room, like whatever I want in there. But that would require me kicking one of my 2 boys that still live at home out, and I'm not going to do that. So I will just wait and have limited bookshelf space until then, and I'm perfectly content with that. I'm going to get this sticker off this book, and then we'll reconvene. So I'm sure you've figured out this is my current TBR collection. So I'm gonna open up this little bin here, get these books out, and then I'm gonna do like a quick, I'm not gonna like talk about it, I'll just kind of speed through and you can see me like what I'm grabbing, and then I will just kind of show you my finalized bookshelf put together when I get it done, which of course, you know, if you're a book lover, will change a million times over, but you know, for now, for a start. Story, my entire current TBR collection fits on this shelf. So let me go ahead and pull you closer and I'll just kind of show you what I did. So there she is. Now let me show you, and I feel like I will be able to sense a collective cringe from some of you for the way that I did this, because there's really no rhyme or reason to it. And like I said, it will change over time. But I ended up, the ones that didn't have real great like covers or binding, like is looking a little rough, I just went ahead and put down here because whatever, because they'll fit and why not. This, I just put my hardcover books here. Isn't that funny? I only have those 3. I have 2 that I just recently got in a thrifting haul, but which I will link up here for you if you haven't seen that. But they were from series that I don't have the rest of the books for, and they aren't the first books, so I decided not to put them on here yet. And then I just kind of went by size of books, sort of, and sort of like types. Obviously, series I put together. I guess that's the only one really there. And then these are both Nora Roberts books, so I put those together. And then I have those Greg Isles. I'm reading the first one in that series right now. So that is really my whole reasoning behind what I put where for now. So like I said, of course that'll change as my collection grows, which it will, and it won't take long. But that is my first little bookshelf, and I think it goes absolutely perfectly in our room here. Sorry, my ring light's in your face. But yeah, it's just like the perfect size for this space. So I'm really happy with it. Almost looks like a painting, doesn't even seem real. It's gorgeous. The bird to complete it. I made it about halfway through this book during this reading period. I have so much to say about this book. You'll be seeing it in my February wrap-up, so stay tuned for that. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this cozy day of reading. I just spent the day getting a few things done around my house. By a few things, I mean a couple loads of laundry, and that's it. In between reading, and just enjoying this cozy day at home since it's so wintry and fun outside. And you will have noticed my winter tree is still up. Yes, it's my winter tree, not Christmas tree, because there are no Christmas decorations on it. So basically every year I put my tree up in the beginning of November, decorate it for Christmas. And then a couple weeks after Christmas, I take all the Christmas decor down and I turn my living room into like a winter wonderland. And this year I didn't do all of the winter wonderland stuff that I typically do. And I think it's because my first grandbaby is on the way and due the beginning of March. And so I just didn't want so much to have to clean up and do. I'm just like, my head is just in a different space. And so I just left the tree up with the like pine cone, cranberry, cinnamon stick garland on it and the lights, and then my like wintry stuff around my fireplace. But that was kind of just what I did this year to keep things nice and cozy, and it's perfectly fitting since right now we had a big snowstorm yesterday, and we have one that's supposed to be coming on Saturday too. Today is the 13th of February when I'm recording this. You'll see it about a week after, but yeah, it's just been a really nice, lovely day of reading. Had fun putting together my bookshelf here, and you'll probably see me film in this space quite a bit. I kind of wanted something to be able to have Bookish behind me. So I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this video. Is this the kind of format that you enjoy when you watch a reading vlog? Any kind of, you know, just suggestions that you guys have, I would love to hear. And I just thank you so much for taking your time to watch. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.